On my 30th birthday, I stood nervously in my small art studio. I was getting ready for my first big gallery show at Starlight. The smell of fresh paint filled the air. Excitement buzzed around me. Chloe burst in. She is my mentor Richard's daughter. She had a smug grin. Her high heels clicked on the floor. "Emily, your pieces have no originality," she said loudly. "I am canceling this event." Her voice echoed. The room went quiet. Guests whispered in shock. Their eyes looked back and forth between us. She was the temporary manager. Her dad trusted her. Felt crushed. Ran out. Hot tears blurred my view of the busy street. I wanted to get back my passion. I would not let this stop me. I had spent years sketching late at night. I mixed paints for hours. Her words hurt like a punch. They broke my confidence right away. But I would not quit. I had online fans who followed me. On the way home, Richard left a voicemail. "Emily, call me back soon." What did he want after this betrayal? Chloe's mean act made me more determined. I would come back stronger. I would turn my pain into strong art. It would say a lot. Maybe I would share my story on social media. It could help others who face bullying at work in art fields. 3 months before, I did well at Starlight Gallery. Richard guided me. My bright abstracts brought in crowds. They also made sales. This helped the place get a better name. I got a solo show spot. Local critics and online stars praised me a lot. Then Chloe came. She is 25. She just finished a fancy art school. Her dad made her interim curator. He thought it would help her learn. She picked on my style in meetings with clients. She called it uninspired. This wore down my confidence slowly. She smiled fake smiles to hide her jealousy. I stayed quiet, focused on my work. Her rude ways bothered me. But I remembered good comments from my Instagram fans. I wondered why she hated me. Maybe she was jealous of my growing fame. Clients liked my deep emotions in art. Even with good reviews, she treated me like a beginner. She gave me small jobs to bring me down. I started saving her insultive emails and messages. I kept them hidden on my computer, just in case things got worse. Chloe tried to make me less important, but I kept painting. I turned my anger into stronger lines. I got ready for the fight I felt coming. We shared the workspace. I also met people at local art events. This helped me find other choices beyond this bad situation. Chloe tore up my flyer draft in front of everyone. She called it amateurish garbage. Visiting artists were there. Her laugh cut through the awkward air like a knife. My friends helped make the layout. They spent hours on it over coffee. Her words hurt them. Their faces turned red. I stayed up all night. Fixed it alone. I used ideas from online groups. I added my own touches like QR codes to my site. She used my new version without shame. Richard praised her vision in a team meeting. He did not know she took it from me. I felt very angry inside. But I saved proof. I took screenshots with dates. Chloe took my hard work. But I waited. Planned carefully. I acted normal at work. Friends advised me to fight her. But I needed proof. I did not want just words against words. I put real feelings into my paintings. I used bright colors to deal with the hurt. They showed strength. I listened secretly behind a wall. Chloe talked badly about my work to a buyer. She said it was shallow. It lacked class like real artists. Other artists stayed away from me. They feared her power in our close group. One bad word could ruin you. The loneliness hurt a lot. But I kept going. I wrote down each ill thing in a secret notebook. I noted patterns. Beth is my friend. Takes photos. We ate lunch. She whispered. She fears your real talent. People love how true your art is. Made sense. Her own worries caused the attacks. She struggled to get noticed. I saved her mean texts. I put them in folders on my phone. Fighting her directly was risky. She had family links. The gallery had rules that helped her. Instead, I made quiet contacts. I built my art folder with side jobs and online work. Her mean words pushed friends away. But Beth cheered me up with talks late at night. I did not know my plan yet. But I got ready for worse times. I knew I could last longer than her mean ways. The art business has big egos and secret plans. Chloe picked my best painting for a group show. Then she said it was hers at the party. Champagne was everywhere. People talked business. The buyer loved it. They did not know she switched names. They praised her new ideas. I stood in the dark corner. My heart beat fast with anger. I quickly saved my first drawings on the computer. I added letters too. I put watermarks on new art to stop copies. Chloe tried to take away who I am. She hurt my name that I had actually worked hard for. Beth said in our talk, "Your true skill scares her weak work. She puts her failures on you." Hit me. She could not make new things like me. She used her dad's help. My notebook listed her lies. It had times and people who saw. I became a careful watcher. I checked what she did at work. She thought I would give up. But she was wrong. My proof file got stronger with each wrong. Soon I would take back my credit. I would show my art is real. As my big birthday drew closer, I planned my own show. I wanted to share my new art. I rented more rooms. I asked online stars to come for big attention. Chloe heard about it in the break area. She laughed at it. She called it beginner level and rolled her eyes. Her hate made me more worried. She had done bad things before. Told Beth. We looked for other places on social media and apps. "Leave this bad place," she said over drinks. She showed me better spots. I was not sure. But I contacted other galleries in secret. I sent my art links without my name. Chloe's bad words stayed with me like a dark cloud. They ruined my fun for the show. I thought she would mess it up. Maybe at the last minute. I saved her mean notes in a safe online spot. My gut said a big fight was coming. I would not run. I built strong walls. I mixed art with smart plans. This kept my party and job safe. The art world has surprises and tough fights. But also sudden friends. Back to the birthday mess. Chloe's words broke my heart. Guests stood awkwardly. Some left early. "It has no value," she said proudly. Her words stayed in the air. People whispered. They did not look at me. I ran from shame. I cried hard on the way home. Cars jammed the roads. Richard's message made me curious. "Emily, we need to talk soon." I wondered if he helped her. It was family stuff. I had made Starlight better. More people came. Media talked about it. I saved the voice message. It added to my proof against her. Chloe thought she broke me. But I felt strong like energy. My art was my true self. People who knew me would agree. This was my chance to break her fake front. I would fix my story. It was like many real tales of family help at work. I met Richard at a small cafe. He looked sorry. "Chloe went too far," he said. "I am sorry I did not stop her sooner." He wanted to set up my show again. He offered help with ads to make it larger. I did not trust him. Why did he give her power first? He knew she was new. I said I would think about it. I asked hard questions about rules. His eyes looked honest but tired. I stayed careful. Coffee smelled good. I left with mixed thoughts. I thought about it again and again. Chloe's bad acts left marks. But his call gave hope for a fix. Was it a trick to make me quiet? Beth texted. "Be careful. Family comes first." I looked at my list of her lies. Help me plan at night. The chance to come back pulled me. But I needed protection from more hurt. Her family runs the place. I thought about Richard's offer over many teas. Then Moonlit Canvas called. It is a rival place. Beth showed them my art at an event. They offered a big spot. They had lots of money and help like sponsors. Starlight meant a lot to me. But Chloe made it bad with her fights. Should I stay or go to a nice new place? Moonlit's boss said, "Your ideas grab us. You can be a star." Smiled. I kept both choices secret like a game. Chloe did not know. This gave me the power to surprise. I added her stolen ideas to my file. Moonlit meant to run from the fight. Starlight meant win over hard times. Thought hard. Heart versus big dreams. Many artists face this when they grow past old spots. Found an email. Chloe told a client to skip my work. Showed her hate clearly. He targeted me. I saved it with mean talks and stolen plans. I used an app to keep them neat. My proof grew. Had times, people, and strong facts. Beth said on a park walk, "You are strong. Use this for wins." Felt powerful. I saw a fair end. Chloe thought she ruled. But I watched without her knowing. Moonlit secret helped against her plans. Painted more. I hid my wins in art. I added healing parts. Her next mistake was close. I waited sharp like a knife. Ready to show real me against her fake high profile. Flashback to birthday chaos. Chloe's announcement shredded my spirit as guests mingled awkwardly, some even leaving early. "Utterly devoid of merit," she declared triumphantly, her words hanging heavy in the air. Onlookers murmured uncomfortably, avoiding eye contact with me. Escaping the humiliation, sobs racked me en route home through traffic-jammed streets. Richard's message intrigued. "Emily, urgent discussion needed." Suspicion arose. Was he complicit in this family favoritism? My contributions had elevated Starlight significantly, from increased foot traffic to media mentions. Archiving the audio bolstered my collection of evidence against her. Chloe believed she'd shattered me, but defiance surged like adrenaline. These artworks embodied my essence. Validation awaited from those who'd seen my growth. Opportunity knocked to dismantle her facade and restore my narrative in this familial power play that mirrored so many real-life nepotism stories. Convening with Richard at a cozy diner, his remorse seemed genuine. "Chloe overstepped bounds. I apologize profusely for not intervening sooner." He proposed rescheduling my event promptly, offering marketing support to make it bigger. Skepticism lingered. Why empower her initially, knowing her inexperience? I deferred decision, probing motives with pointed questions about gallery policies. His sincerity flickered in his tired eyes, yet caution prevailed amid the aroma of fresh coffee. Departing, turmoil churned within as I replayed the conversation. Chloe's malice scarred, but his outreach sparked optimism for reconciliation. Potential ploy to keep me quiet. Beth warned via text, "Tread lightly. Family loyalties run deep." Reviewing my logs of deceptions fueled strategy sessions late into the night. Allure of redemption tempted, yet self-preservation demanded safeguards against recurring betrayal in this nepotistic environment where personal and professional lines blur. Mulling Richard's proposition over endless cups of tea, a call from rival Moonlit Canvas arrived. Beth had pitched my portfolio successfully during a networking event. They dangled a prominent slot with resources galore, including sponsorships and PR help. Starlight held sentimental value, but Chloe poisoned it with her constant drama. Dilemma. Familiarity versus fresh start in a more supportive atmosphere. Moonlit's rep gushed. "Your vision captivates uniquely. We see star potential." Grinning, I negotiated dual paths discreetly, keeping options open like a chess game. Chloe remained oblivious, empowering me with the element of surprise, accumulating her pilfered concepts as leverage in my growing file. Moonlit symbolized escape from toxicity, yet Starlight represented conquest over adversity. Deliberation intensified, balancing heart and ambition in this pivotal career crossroads that many artists face when outgrowing their origins. Unearthing an email where Chloe urged a client to bypass my offerings, it solidified her vendetta and pattern of targeted harassment. Cataloging alongside caustic chats and appropriated blueprints in a dedicated app for organization. Arsenal expanded. Timestamps, witnesses, irrefutable trails from various interactions. Beth affirmed during a walk in the park, "Resilience defines you. Turn this into fuel for success." Empowerment swelled as I visualized justice. Chloe presumed dominance, but surveillance persisted through subtle observations. Moonlit secrecy amplified leverage against her schemes. Canvases flowed, chronicling triumphs covertly while incorporating therapeutic elements. Her impending blunder loomed, Patience honed my edge like a sharpened blade, poised to unleash authenticity's force against her contrived superiority in the gallery's undercurrents, inspiring others in similar binds. Prestigious collector Sky Vibe contacted, enamored by my group show entry despite the debacle, having seen it shared on art blogs. Unaware of cancellation, they sought collaboration over email with enthusiastic details. Café Rendezvous showcased fresh concepts, enthusiasm peaked. Essential for our collection, your style resonates deeply. Preserving correspondence as testament to worth amid the chaos. Beth beamed over video call. Time for reckoning, go viral with this. Method uncertain, yet validation propelled me forward with renewed vigor. Chloe paraded entitlement unchecked in meetings. Silent strategic, plotting exposure through subtle leaks. Sky Vibe's endorsement could shatter illusions publicly, perhaps via a tell-all post. Timing is critical for maximum impact in this reputation-driven sphere where one big win changes everything. Richard pleaded for my return via modest display. I acquiesced while nurturing moonlit ties undercover, juggling schedules like a pro. Chloe boasted her forthcoming venture, clumsily mimicking my archives she'd glimpsed in shared files. Peers relayed her flubs via group chats, restoring camaraderie and trust gradually. Reclaiming agency invigorated my daily routine with purpose. Chloe ignorant of contingencies including my backup plans. Sky Vibe concealed, amplifying suspense like a thriller plot. Failure hers imminent. Readiness mine through meticulous preparation. Ascension beckoned through perseverance amid her unraveling facade in the art circuit's whispers, echoing real tales of underdogs rising. Colleagues weary of Chloe's dictatorial tactics confided her missteps. Mismatched palettes, delayed installations that frustrated vendors. Your leadership's missed, they murmured during breaks, sharing frustrations openly now. Initiating private forum for venting, capturing glitches photographically with timestamps. Documentation swelled. Visuals, testimonials from affected parties. Beth declared over drinks. Downfall inevitable, karma's circling. Optimism stirred. Richard eyed discrepancies in reports. Chloe feigned poise, yet cracks showed in her stressed demeanor. Leverage fortified. Communications, imagery, endorsements from clients. Alliance solidified. Collective push against tyranny in our creative haven, building a supportive network. An oops leak of Chloe's subpar setup images sparked online buzz, ridicule echoing through forums and social media threads. Outraged, she deflected blame wildly in frantic emails to staff. Richard probed competence skeptically during private talks. Observing from shadows, satisfaction brewed as comments poured in. Proof amassed. Correspondences, snapshots, validations from influencers. Influence waned visibly amid the backlash. Beth messaged. Chaos unfolding, watch her squirm. Vigilance maintained. Desperation bred unpredictability in her reactions. Rectifying oversight subtly. Board scrutiny intensified with inquiries. Maneuvering ahead in this digital age backlash that could go viral overnight. Sky Vibe severed Starlight ties, citing Chloe's unprofessional mishaps, in a scathing letter copied to all. Aligning with Moonlit, specifying my involvement as a condition. Elation surged through me like electricity. The meeting erupted. Chloe accused me of sabotage with a raised voice. Allies countered with facts. Richard wavered, rubbing his temples. Realization dawned on him about the damage. Composed, I allowed self-destruction to play out naturally. Beth encouraged. Victory near, stay strong. Contract archived as vindication against doubts. Facades cracked under pressure. Richard hinted alliance over brew, sharing regrets. Distrust lingered. Board deliberations loomed with tension. Evidence pivotal now in this high-stakes pivot toward justice. With all the evidence in place, Chloe was finally demoted. After she was officially demoted, Chloe stormed out of the office, slamming doors in anger. A quiet sense of relief spread through the team, and a new energy for collaboration and fresh ideas began to flow. We dove into our work, with tight deadlines and the board's watchful eyes on us. Beth said, "What an amazing comeback, you're inspiring us all." But her smile hid a worry. Chloe was starting a personal campaign against me on social media. She was spreading lies, but my supporters quickly proved them wrong with solid evidence sent to our bosses. My Sky Vibe presentation, full of new ideas, was a huge success. The lies Chloe had been spreading fell apart as the truth came out. I felt stronger, but I knew she would try to get back at me. The attacks got worse with anonymous online posts accusing me of lying to get a promotion. My co-workers stood together, sending the board proof of Chloe's mistakes, which effectively shut down her claims. The Sky Vibe launch went perfectly, impressing everyone. Beth texted, "The Queen's reign is over. Celebrate carefully." I stayed focused on my work, ignoring the drama. New endorsements brought in more interest, and Chloe's attempts to influence our bosses failed because our facts were too strong. I continued to create, ready for any revenge, turning the negative energy into art. I was in the spotlight at the festival, and Sky Vibe was praised for my work. Photos online of the event publicly humiliated Chloe. That night, Moonlit offered me a senior job with great benefits, and Richard quickly offered to match it with a share of the company and full control of my work. I was torn between my current job and this new opportunity, thinking about the pros and cons late at night. Beth's words, "The spotlight is yours, take it completely," stuck with me. A sealed file of evidence against Chloe's lies sealed her fate. The partnership with Moonlit was appealing because they were modern and had a global reach. I felt confident from my recent success, a story of empowerment that was inspiring to many, as I prepared to make my decision. Later, Beth overheard Chloe yelling at Richard, crying about wanting her father's approval and feeling pressure. For a moment, I felt a flicker of sympathy, but I couldn't forget the pain she had caused. "Don't feel sorry for her, protect yourself first," Beth warned me. I stayed firm. We learned Chloe's anger came from fear, and we gathered more truth, records, pictures, and support from loyal co-workers. I wouldn't give in, even when people tried to use our friendship to change my mind. My co-workers cheered me on, and management started paying closer attention to what was happening. My comeback was coming, and my art was untouchable. Chloe's desperate try to take back the Sky Vibe project was a mess and almost ruined our partnerships. I stepped in with a quick redesign, saving the deal with fast thinking and creativity. The board noted her recklessness. The proof was undeniable. Emails, pictures, and praise from our partners. "You saved it brilliantly, you're a hero," Beth messaged. My fixes were flawless and done on time. Opinions of me improved, and Richard even praised me. Chloe's plans fell apart, and my rise continued. I used my art to express my victory, feeling a sense of closure. During an audit, Richard discovered that Chloe had hidden defects in her work to make it look good. He was furious and completely removed her from all projects. The team was secretly happy, but we were still worried about what would happen next. We focused on fixing the problems and improving quality. Beth texted, "She's out of options, you can relax now." I still had my doubts, but I had strong backups. When Richard called an urgent meeting, I was ready to end her power with my creative skill. In a tense meeting, Richard was given audio recordings of Chloe trying to get my co-workers to join her own project. The evidence against her was strong. Files, pictures, and support from key people showed her lies and mistakes. She was fired unanimously, and Richard, looking sad, agreed. Her pleas were ignored, and I stayed strong against her emotional appeals. Quiet cheering broke out, and Beth hugged me tightly. It was a bittersweet victory, but I knew the final chapter of my journey to healing was here. The final hearing revealed everything. Her lies, mistakes, and attempts to get in our way, all in order. Her firing was confirmed, and Richard agreed with a heavy sigh. Her appeals didn't work, and I stood firm as she cried. My co-workers messaged me, calling me a hero. "You won big, drinks are on me," Beth wrote. A wave of freedom washed over me. My comeback was complete, and Chloe's new project collapsed completely. The future looked bright, and I felt stronger from everything I had been through, ready for a triumphant new beginning. I took a share in Starlight, leading it to amazing success with sold-out shows. Chloe's own project failed, and she faded into obscurity with bad reviews. For our anniversary, my friends threw a big party with live music. Surrounded by admirers, I felt proud of my hard-won battles. My success was built on being true to myself. My vision, the proof, and my persistence through all the challenges. My company was a thriving place, and Beth and Richard toasted my success. I savored my victory, knowing there were endless possibilities ahead, fueled by my passion for art.